Hello. Hello and welcome to the Outer Worlds 2. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me just go live on Twitch and Kick and we'll get things started. All right, should be good to go. What's up, Dragon, Don, Naomi, hello. So today we're going to be showcasing the Outer Worlds 2. I did drop a review for this game that's already out on the channel. So if you guys want to check that out, it is pinned in the live chat. And if you guys see a bunch of people asking me my opinions on the game, if you want to help out, you can just direct them to that, because I'm sure I'm going to get asked it about 500 times today. And I'm certainly not going to answer that question every single time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to be less focused on the chat today, as today's stream is intended to be a live experience as well as an experience for people to watch afterwards. I think I got to turn down the volume a little bit.
DeVries said the grand plan made her do it, huh?
Drop that to 80 and see how that works out.
What is it this time?
Okay, so I'm wondering if I should do like a dumb build. And I'm starting to question if I should play on the hardest difficulty, which is very hard, or if I should just play on hard. I don't know what I want to do right now. But you know what? I think better under pressure and in the moment. So let's figure it out as we go. We're going to start a new game. Hey, Nino. What's up, Healthy? Leanne. Hello, Laura. I am not Dragon.
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy?
The astrogator's gears are shot!
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments.
Microsoft!
The Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists. So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
6 months to 10 years. Be funny if we were fighting Microsoft in this game. Alright, let me think here. If we're doing a dumb... I gotta look into this. Hold on, let's see. So for backgrounds, we got all that. Traits, let's see. You take these two. Here's the dumb one. You weren't recruited for your ability to plan or solve problems. You just can't learn some things. During skill selection, lock 5 of the 12 available skills. Those skills can never have points added to them. Alright, well, let's start with appearance. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, should I give him prosthetics? Probably. Should I make him... Let's make him completely prosthetic. How come it won't let me zoom out? I can't see his legs right now. It's not a great... There we go. As I said, it's not a great start. Alright, we're gonna go fully prosthetic. That doesn't really make sense with being dumb though, does it? You feel like you'd be smarter the more robotic that you become. Yeah, it's still kind of funny. Alright, for face, let's see what we can do here. The problem is, I might just create a normal looking character. I might just create a normal looking character because there's not a ton of options in this game. But let's see what we can do. See if I can find the stupidest looking face first. Okay. I think I can make that one look pretty stupid. Alright, we'll just leave the skin tone on whatever it was on. Gotta give him some moles, right? Moles are a sign of a lack of intelligence. Look it up. This is some scientific research that I've been doing. Alright, I'll put a mole right there. I don't know if I should do a burn or not. It would give an excuse for his stupidity. Okay, we'll give him some of those. I like that. Age. We're going to put him right there on the upper end of the spectrum. Wrinkle him out just a little bit. Eye color, let's go with... Whoa. I'm already starting to like make them look kind of cool because I'm not used to making dumb looking characters. Dragon, thank you so much. Appreciate your long-time support, by the way. I don't know how... Oh yeah, here we go. Now we can start doing some crazy stuff. No offense to anybody in the chat if you guys happen to look like this guy, okay? Should we go? Let's see what we can do here. Oh, that is just a face that you want to punch right there. All right, see what we can do for nose size. Yep, I like that. Nose tilt, we got to tilt it down, of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. For cheeks, we're going to pull those suckers right in. All right, so that's it for the face options here. I think I've done pretty much everything. Let's go ahead and head to the hair. Oh my god, that looks so stupid. It looks so stupid. I think I'm gonna go with that one haircut. Do they not have a bald option in this game? Hold on. Oh, there is. Okay. They don't have an actually pure bald option, though. That guy's not bald. He has nice hair. Like, it just hasn't grown yet. That's like a buzz cut. Oh, they do have bald. Okay, I was about to say. I was about to stand up for my bald peeps out there. No, we got a lot of you guys in the chat. What do you guys think about that? That haircut looks like a smart haircut. You know, I can't do that. Let's go with that bowl cut. I think I kind of like that. There it is, right there. Yep, I like that a lot. And for hair color, let's go ahead and give him... we're gonna go with... Yeah! Alright, eyebrow style. Oh yeah, we're gonna bush those suckers right up, baby. And we're gonna make them blue. You definitely can't do like what you can do with in Skyrim or something like that, but this is still kind of funny. Oh my god, he looks so stupid. His mouth is so small that it's completely hidden by the mustache. Oh, I'm liking this. This guy is going to be badass. He looks like a proud member of the Earth Directorate, doesn't he? Okay, so that's it for hair options. So let's go to cosmetic. A little bit of eyeshadow never hurt, right? All right. Just a little bit. Eyeshadow. Oh my god. The funny thing is, there's actually a lot of characters that kind of look like this in the game, so I'm going to fit right in. You guys will see. Yeah. He kind of looks cute. You know what I mean? I kind of feel bad for this guy right now. All right, we're good with that. Eyeliner, makeup. I don't think we need any of that. This isn't exactly a great appearance to be a sniper. Have to say that you stand out quite a lot, but we'll make it work, right? All right, for the cheeks, yeah, we'll get a little bit of wrinkles on there. Cheek makeup color. He doesn't look dumb. He just looks... What's the word I'm looking for? Crazy. Okay, dirt. We're good with that. Yep. Piercings. Oh, you bet your ass. Actually, no, we're not going to do any piercings. Tattoo. No tattoo. Okay, what do you guys think? You think he looks pretty good? I'm wondering if I should change the eye color, and then we'll get right into it. Eye size. I think I like the red. It matches the hair. You guys like it? I think he looks pretty good. One of my best looking characters I think I've ever made. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. So let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, background choice. So we have ex-convict, gambler, lawbringer, professor, renegade, and roustabout. So I did renegade on my review copy. So you could be a professor and you can be dumb. That's actually kind of funny. Let's go with gambler, lawbringer. Let's see. Your background represents who you were prior to joining the Earth Directorate. None of these are... Well, gamblers are pretty stupid, aren't they? The grand plan. Ha. You know the universe is run by blind luck and chaos, even if you've been riding the winning edge of that chaos for most of your life. Unfortunately, that winning streak came to an end when you lost a bet with an agent who was trying to convince you to utilize your penchant for bucking the odds in the service of the Earth Directorate. We're going to be a gambler. I like it. I want to see what comes up with that for options. All right. On to traits. So if you choose 2 traits in this game, you have to then pick up a negative trait. If you only choose 1 trait, then you don't have to pick up a negative. But because I want to pick up the dumb negative trait, I'm going to pick up 2 traits. So let's go ahead and go with, let's see. Everything that's opposite of being smart. So obviously not witty. I think being resilient's probably not a bad trait. You're stupid strong. You can power through even the deadliest of injuries. It requires more than usual to take you down in combat. So that's going to be one of our traits. Let's get rid of brilliant. And then we'll pick up, let's see, innovative, lucky, nimble. 5% critical chance. In certain opportunities, we could be dumb and lucky at the same time. Okay, and then for negative traits, we have dumb. You weren't recruited for your ability to plan or solve problems. You just can't learn some things. During skill selection, lock 5 of the 12 available skills. Those skills can never have points added to them. So all of these, the background and these traits will all come up in dialogue in the game. As you can tell, the background or the traits have some passive benefits and can be used in a lot more than dialogue, but all of these will be used in dialogue, including skills to a certain extent too, once in a while. Stone, thank you for the 1 gifted. I appreciate it. Okay, we're going to go with dumb, lucky, and resilient. And on to skills. So we have to select 5 skills to lock here. It's honestly not even that big of a deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of how many? Out of like 12. All right, so we're going to lock I wonder how these overlap with each other. So like if I started leveling up my speech skill, would that overpower the dumb trait? I have no idea. Or would it give me even better dumb responses? We're going to stay away from speech. We're going to stay away from science. We're going to stay away from medical. We can't hack if we're dumb, right? There's not a shot in hell. We're going to stay away from hacking. Oh, I might have to use some explosives. We could do like a dumb grenadier. I definitely want to... I don't know how this... If I play on very hard, I feel like I have to put points into gun. So I think I'm not going to choose that one. Let's go with... We got melee, observation... Leadership. I'm gonna click on leadership as well. Can't be a dumb leader. Actually, you can. Happens all the time, but... All right. Oh, do I need one more? Oh, now I have to choose my 2 skills to specialize in. So we're gonna specialize. This just gives you a little bit of a boost at the start of the game. We're gonna specialize in... This choice also helps you raise the max, get to the max faster too, so it's kind of an important choice. Yeah, let's do explosives. I feel like that's going to be kind of fun. The explosive skill increases damage dealt with explosive throwables, such as grenades and mines, as well as weapons that deal damage in an area, while exploring it allows the disarming of sensitive objects like mines and traps. Investing in explosive allows you to select perks involved with the explosive skill. So we'll do explosive, and then... Oh, I can be a sneak grenadier sniper. The sneak skill makes it harder for enemies to detect you while crouched. Investing in the sneak skill allows you to select perks that avoid traps and perform sneak attacks. Sure, okay. Here we go. And we're going to call this guy Ronald. All right, Ronald the Gambler, who is known to be resilient, lucky, and most importantly, dumb. He specializes in explosives and sneaking around. He will never specialize in speech, science, medical, hack, or leadership. Let the game begin. Hey, Grim, what do you guys think? Should I do it on hard or very hard? Oh, no. So on my review copy, I played on both normal and hard. The only interesting thing about playing on very hard is it can be a little bit more exciting, especially on a second time playing this game, because I might have to take it a little bit more serious. The game's fairly easy on normal, I would say, like most games pretty much are. I'm tempted to do very hard. Can always change this too at the end. Yeah, let's do very hard. Let's see what this is all about. This mode is for players who are looking for an extreme challenge. In very hard mode, enemies deal extreme damage. I don't even know if that'll be enjoyable in a game like this, but we'll start off with it and just kind of see how it goes. Let me go ahead and just put that in the title of the stream so people understand that I'm playing on a different mode if they're checking out this game. All right. Yeah, we'll start off on very hard. What's up, Twitch chat? Yeah, we'll do very hard and see what it's all about.
Commander, I know you've a fondness for betting on long shots, so you're in luck. Because the odds are certainly against us on this one. Your mission destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that are far above any classification that I'm comfortable granting to someone with your proclivities, this colony is outside our jurisdiction. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. And without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. If that happens, Well, let's just say you may want to place your bets now on the complete collapse of human civilization as we know it. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives caused the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into yet another interstellar incident, just because you tried to make a few extra bits on the side. Again. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action. Please follow it for once, will you?
May the law and your renowned luck be with you and your team, Commander.
Okay. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to be conversing or answering questions that aren't this game related today. This is the first stream of the game, so this will live on in the algorithm and people will be coming here to watch the gameplay. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a heads up, just for this stream in particular. Alright, welcome to the Outer Worlds 2, folks. Let's see what I'm playing on right now. I should have everything on very high to high. Let's go up to very high. I think that's probably fine. I have it max 144. It's not going to go higher than that anyways, unless it's a cutscene or something. DLSS on. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Ray tracing looks pretty good in this game, but it really puts a hamper on the performance. So you pretty much have to run with frame generation on. And frame generation has its moments where it's good, but it also has its moments where it feels really weird too. So, all right. The quest journal shows information on your active and completed quests. Your orders are to infiltrate Horizon Point under the guidance of embedded Earth Directorate agent Augustine DeVries. Contact DeVries for a mission briefing. Welcome to the ship, where there's really nothing to do on it except in the prologue.
Commander, Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cause no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones.
Hey, all right, so here we go. We're getting our dumb responses. This is what I'm excited about on this run. Because I actually, on my review copy run, I did brilliant as a trait because I liked the passive benefits that it gave. So this should be very, very different from that in terms of some of the dialogue responses. Those damn lab coats, what was wrong with the old ones? I used mine constantly.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you're just putting one over on the new guy, ain't you? A good agent has need of these. They slow everything down, give you a tactical advantage. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing.
They simulate brain damage?
Oh no, they don't simulate it. It's the real McCoy. The lab coat swear it's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two.
He's a big fan.
On how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it.
What are they telling you, Niles?
Well, Pascal likes to joke around, but I think she's being sincere when she says it's all about looking out for the people who can't defend themselves. Sandoval says he's got no time for weakness. He says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves.
Too
Today
stupid.
We have righteousness on our side. And Jepson, well, you know him. He don't talk much. So, what do you think?
I'm trying to roleplay being dumb, regardless of whether or not the dialogue option pops up. We must show no mercy, Niles. Whoever breaks the law isn't entitled to its protection.
I didn't think you'd say that. Strikes me as a mite unsparing, but no, you're right. Why should a criminal get a second chance when their victim doesn't? Anyway, Thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel.
All right, let's go. Thanks for bringing me the TTD device, by the way. I appreciate it, Niles.
Call should come through at the console.
Okay, so to get through this door, we need the Brawny trait, or possibly Engineering 1. So we have to find another way in. Voila. I am smarter than I look. All right, let's go ahead and we'll grab the agent helm, go into our inventory here. Look at this guy. All right, this gives a plus 5% base health. Well, because I'm playing on very hard, I feel like I actually have to take the loot quite seriously. So we definitely want to put that on and then get attachments as soon as I possibly can. I think these guys are going to hit ridiculously hard on this mode, to the point of where it might not even be enjoyable. So one little tip for you guys that are actually going to play this one, all of these PCs, all these computers that you find, I highly recommend clicking through everything. Obviously, if you're into the lore and you want more tidbits on the story and everything, go ahead and read all of them. There's a lot of dialogue in this game and things that you can do that will reference whether or not you actually read something on a computer. So it doesn't actually test you, but it does know if you got the information in your character's head, even if you don't have it in your head as a player. And obviously, most of that information is not vital to know, so you don't have to read it all, but just click through it super fast. And you'll be surprised at some of the options that present themselves from doing that in the game.
That's sure faster than taking the stairs.
All right, so we have Eric Sandoval here. This is the one that Niles was saying, I think, likes to just kill and protect. Have no sympathy.
There'll be time for chat after the meeting.
We got Mr. Wade, Miss Helen. Let's go ahead and talk to Agent DeVries.
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip core.
All right, so I have a gambler background dialogue option right here. I wouldn't lay any bets on... I don't know what voice I want to go through for this character. I wouldn't lay any bets on trying to operate an unsealed Skip core and living.
You'd lose that bet, assuming the core had never been sealed. That whole story, the one about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function, well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad.
Sure, that sounds easy.
Hopefully so. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed.
Anything else?
Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs.
All right, so we have a couple dialogue choices here that are referencing some of the skills I talked about earlier. So one thing that I like about this game is there is a vast amount of skills, traits, and background things that will pop up in dialogue and in the game in general, which means that the build that you decide on obviously has a significant value. With that said, sometimes you might get it doesn't necessarily result in a totally different situation, but it does result in different dialogue. Sometimes it can result in a different situation though. But all these lead to the same thing for the most part right here, but you'll have different dialogue obviously. to get to that same point in this particular situation.
I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here.
So I'm going to be answering sometimes differently than I normally would because I've already played the game, obviously, so I'm trying to see like what differences there are. I did actually defend the other agent last time, but this time let's go along with DeVries here. I agree. Agent Pascal, keep your witty remarks to yourself.
Hear you loud and clear, Commander. Will do.
You'd better. You've no idea what I've sacrificed, and what I'm prepared to sacrifice still. I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission.
Yeah.
I don't need a team led by some fool who's only here to pay off a debt incurred through reckless behavior, fouling it up.
I agree. I can promise you, DeVries, no one on my team will be fouling up the mission. We're professionals.
We shall see. But since you are the commanding officer here, I've no choice but to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll not let my personal feelings affect the mission. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! I mean, Agent DeVries. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
All right. So we do have the whole prologue to go through, which is probably like a half hour, 45 minutes, hour tops, and then we'll actually make it to the first open world region, mostly open world. I'm going to, we don't even need to chat with these people. You'll know why soon. Let's just press on. Actually, I'm going to have a chat with Niles. He's the only one that matters.
Well, that was something. She was different than I remember her. But then she would be, wouldn't she? Just hope she's doing all right. Reckon the secretive nature of the mission and this import must be weighing on her something fierce. I hope it was okay to talk to her direct like at the end there.
No, it was not. Next time we have a briefing, don't speak unless spoken to first, Niles.
Oh, of course, Commander. Sorry, Commander. I wasn't thinking. I was just happy to see her is all. Won't happen again. You've got my word. But all that she was saying about you, Commander, ain't sure it sits right with me.
Oh, you can believe me and her will be having words when this is over.
Whatever you say.
All right. Hey, Val, how are you? We'll talk to you too.
Awaiting docking procedures.
Okay,
Commander.
never mind. Val is doing robotic things. Okay, off to Horizon Point Station we go. A secret skip drive research facility orbiting in the rings of the outermost planet, Nyx. SteelSeries headset. Just a reminder, y'all, I'm not really going to be talking about anything that's not Outer Worlds related. We're going to keep it more focused today for this first stream, as this stream will be living on in the algorithm and people will be watching, so it's going to be a less chatty stream than I typically do. So I don't mean to ignore anyone, but you got to do it once in a while, right? Okay, welcome to Horizon Point. It actually looks quite lovely here. I love the atmosphere. Hey, what's up, Eric?
Attacking your crew flies in the face of regulations, Commander.
Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be
What's up, Raven? Hey, Sess.
protector of Arcadia and the best.
Should have worn my nickel back then.
Abara and I were burning daylight here, Commander. Shouldn't you be upstairs seeing to rerouting the power?
Yes,
Don't worry
ma'am.
about us, Commander. We got things covered down here.
Okay.
That smell. Did a sprat get flash fried in here?
Restore power to landing pad. Uh-oh.
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security's been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
As unable to function due to death. Expiring
Yeah, there's some similarities to Fallout.
Commander, we finished our sweep.
Not a one-to-one, not even close, but
I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own.
I found a badge. Could be helpful to convince whoever answers if I use the intercom.
Always a good idea to have a cover story.
Okay, well, get ready for very hard mode. I'm thinking I gotta be pretty careful here. We're gonna go into the third person because the third person is way easier for stealth in this game.
Each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine.
Come on,
that
come on,
keeps
buddy,
us
turn.
productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed.
I might be dumb, but I'm sure as hell sneaky. Uh-oh, one of them almost saw me. So right above that robot's head, this robot right here, you guys will notice the stealth meter. So if I walk out kind of in front of it a little bit, can't see me right here, you'll see a little bar filling up. But looks like I can just go down right here, no problem. Like, look at that sentinel in the back. Oh, there it is. You can see the bar above its head right now. They're both kind of filling up a little bit until I go back behind cover. Actually... Uh-oh, when he turns around, it might be over for me. Yeah, I think I'm screwed here. Oh, I made it, I think. Maybe, yep. Cool. Grab some crafting supplies here. Food and drinks. So food in this game is how you heal outside of combat. And drinks as well. That's pretty much their only purpose. In combat, you have to use your inhaler. Oh, how's that all the way up? All right, wow, that was close. And we got one right here, though. I'm not in third person because it can't see me right now. Because the camera's too close to the thing. Oh, man. Oh, no. And I made it.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
All right, cool. I'm not sure if there's a color. I'll check for you, Don, okay?
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other.
Okay, so I've actually done both of these just because I wanted to test out to see like what type of content's offered when you choose different things, even though, you know, testing things out in a prologue isn't necessarily representation of how the game is as a whole. But basically, whatever choice you choose here, one's more stealth focused, one's more just gun blazing focus, guns a-blazing. But they both come back into the same area. Let's go ahead and we'll go with the shadows one, as I am a little bit scared to fight on very hard mode, so.
Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Ibarra and I'll take Central Dispatch, then meet you at the Skip Labs.
Any vegetarian
We'll
option?
stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
So long as nobody pulls us into their trouble. Any Protectorate goon who gets in our way won't be left alive to tell the tale. Like you told me, Commander, no mercy.
See ya, Sierra.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries's concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
What's the movement like in this game? It kind of feels like Avowed in a way, I guess you could say. I don't know if you've played that one or not. There's not really any parkour, no. But you can kind of leap on top of things like this, but...
Ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best...
Okay, let's see for Don if we have a colorblind mode. I don't even know what that would be under. They have an accessibility section here, conversation, status bar, reticle. I never even messed with any of this. Oh, that's kind of cool. Enable this option to move the aiming reticle slightly lower on the screen. Interesting. That must be a preferred playstyle, or is that an accessibility feature? I have no idea. This is cool. I actually didn't look at this. You can do a bunch of things with the reticle. All right, we have the HUD, markers, notification, quest markers, minimap, all that stuff. Show NPC awareness. We have input hotkeys, blah, blah, blah. Gameplay, we have the difficulty, player helm. I should hide my helm so you guys can see my character's hair. Show companion's helmet, we'll leave that on default. Motion sickness, we'll leave it like it is. Like a lot of people, I turned the motion blur down to 5%. I wonder why every game tends to have it on by default. I feel like everybody turns it down. And we have general aim preference, mouse and keyboard controller, audio, conversations, menu. I'm not seeing anything on colorblind right now, but I'd find that surprising if Obsidian didn't have it, unless there's another setting somewhere. Oh, whoa! Yeah, I'm not sure, Don. I'll have to look more into that. I didn't see it on first glance.
You gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? Security ops is heavily guarded, so be vigilant.
Do a lot of games not have colorblind options?
Not getting shot. Left a drop for you in the watch post.
If there was ever one, you would think an Obsidian game would definitely have it, because they're big on accessibility usually. It might have been under the UI section, Don, possibly. All right, so come right here. I need the Horizon Point Security Ops maintenance key. Let's go ahead and stay stealth.
You got any thought to how we ought to proceed? You're being awfully quiet.
Plan's coming, honest. How about I, show you when we get to where we're going?
I take it back. Well, I don't take it fully back, but the movement kind of feels like Avowed, but there's less things that you can really climb on top of in this game than Avowed, from what I remember. All right, what do we got in here? The goods, the goods. Security operations maintenance access. Okay. That gave us a new quest marker by picking that up. We're going to pick up some compact rounds and Mercy Oxymorphone. So this item right here is an inhaler charge. So when you heal in this game, you can only have so many charges to heal with until it starts using your food outside of combat. Actually, I don't even know if you can use food in combat, period. Actually, I don't think you can. Once you run out of heals, you pretty much can't heal in combat. So you have to keep filling up your inhaler by finding pharmaceuticals in the environment, and this gives my inhaler 15% charge. So we definitely want to pick those up, especially on this difficulty mode, because I think I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. So I'm going to be looting everything. Otherwise, I don't think I'll be able to get through this mode. Okay.
Jepson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with. You should have seen it. It wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Understandable.
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
That was so Vats feeling right there. I can check for you again, Don, after the stream's over. I'll further look at the settings. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, it went down a lot quicker than I thought. Awareness and stealth, we get it. Pretty self-explanatory. You guys will see how it works. Now, if you guys have any questions about this game itself, feel free to ask. Obviously, I'm not going to answer any spoiler questions. And I'm not going to talk too much about my opinion because I have that review pinned in the comment. But if you guys see something that you're curious about, feel free to ask. I didn't mean to start the stream off as in trying to say nobody should be talking in my chat. I didn't mean to come across like that, if I did. Sometimes I do, most of my streams are pretty chill, and I'm very active with the community, but sometimes I do streams where I'm using them as almost gameplay videos mixed with a live stream, so I'm knocking them both out. And that's kind of what this one is, so it's like a half video, half stream.
I've stashed a knife in the maintenance access for you, with, instructions on how to use it to quietly bypass the guards.
Okay, quietly bypass the guards, I like that. Did I lock out engineering as a skill? I didn't. I might have to go into engineering. I know it doesn't make sense for being dumb, but you pretty much, you should have, you don't need, but you should have something that's utility based. Oh, I have lockpicking too, actually. We're going to go engineering. I'm going to focus a little bit on engineering. That also helps with damage resistance, which will be super useful. We're locked out of speech leadership. I wanted to go stealth, but sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger. Do 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 do.
Have you seen Maori since their return? The state they're in, it saddens me.
Yes, it is sad that they weren't ready. Otherwise, they'd have had the strength and constitution to emerge a better subject, more able to fulfill their duties.
Yes, that is exactly...
So I don't think I have a melee weapon yet, so I don't believe you can do a stealth kill without a melee weapon.
Exactly what I meant. Praise be to the Protectorate.
A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible.
You know what? Let's do it. Get some practice shooting here.
That cover spot looks much better.
One thing I do like is that they stagger pretty good when you hit them. It gives you a chance to not take damage while shooting as long as you're accurate. Wow, that was a lot of damage. This guy has a lot of health too. Gonna have to be on my A game. Mental. Oh. And there is weak spot damage in this game. You guys see the headshot right there. I really appreciate when games do that. I wish the Elder Scrolls would start doing it. Or I wish they did it. Give like more damage for headshots or something. But this game definitely has it. Alright, so we're going to click through these just to unlock any dialogue. You don't need to read them all though. Let's see what we got here. I got the pooper room. Antiseptics. Hey, I missed this in mag pick, which is basically a lock pick in this game. Okay. See if we got any loot down here. Did I pick up any weapons? No, I did not yet.
I've left some distraction devices in a floor panel by the scaffolding. Use them to breach the control room. Just wait until their guns are pointing away from your position.
You got it. So as you guys can see, I'm a little bit low on HP, and because you can see the knife and the fork, that means I'm out of combat, and it's going to use up food in my inventory. So I have some food right here. I press Z, and it builds it back up. Then I ran out of food, and it used my inhaler charge. Unfortunately, with the inhaler, you do build up toxicity, so you can only use it so many times without negatively hurting your character. And I used up one of the inhaler charges, so it went from 3 to 2. No. Should have grabbed one in lockpicking. Man, I wish I did one in engineering at the start. Engineering 1 or the trait innovative. Either of those options will work here for this skill check right here. The automechanical on the hoist has been partially dismantled, exposing a damaged targeting module. So all right. So no loot for me because I'm dumb. Okay, these are distraction grenades. We're going to go ahead and use some of these. All right, they auto-equipped. Distraction device, a throwable device that pulls the attention of anyone in that area.
You know, they started ribbing me, saying I probably was working in wastewater processing when I couldn't tell them anything about this assignment. It didn't bother me, I assure you. But it was just too close to implying that.
Oh, threw it a little bit too far away from him.
For me to let lie. We all are equal in the service of the sovereign.
Here, here. I don't care where I'm assigned. The bounty bestowed upon each of us is superlative. Thank the matriarch we don't live in one of those greed-driven corporatist colonies.
Oh, shit.
Let's check it out.
Oh, I didn't get the targeting module. Crap.
Boy, damn.
All right, let's kill these guys. I'm ready for a battle. Oh, I think there's a turret in this room. I actually got to be really careful here.
Opting for better cover. You think
Where you at, brother? Come on. I'm definitely feeling a bit beefier on this mode, that's for sure.
Remedying poor cover.
Play a little Call of Duty. Did I get all that? Yeah. All right. Oh, cool. I don't know if I did that on my first run. All right, we got some tea. Oh, we got something down here. I always find it funny whether or not a company decides to have loot be highlighted or not. I wonder what that discussion goes like. In this game, it usually is highlighted.
Good. Those mechs should give you no more problems. Rendezvous with your crewmates outside and meet me at the skip labs as soon as possible.
Hey, Jimenez or Jimenez. I actually didn't play the first Outer Worlds, so I don't have anything to compare it to. Should roleplay as an idiot. I have the dumb trait right now. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Maybe I don't have to roleplay though. Maybe that's just who I am. So So these are heal stations, and they also get rid of your toxicity as well. You can find them periodically throughout maps if you run out of inhaler charges or don't have any food. Yeah, the common sentiment is that this is better than the first game, though, because I watched a bunch of reviews from people that did play the first game. And it seems to be an improvement in most categories, if not all.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Something's not right. What do you mean?
Whoa. Hold on. What's this doing here?
Whoa!
An explosion? Abara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Niles? Valerie?
Attempting to resuscitate Agent Abara. Please stay clear.
Wow, the rookie got himself injured. What a surprise.
Please withhold unnecessary commentary until the crisis has been resolved. Alert. This unit has lost contact with Agent Pascal. There is a 90% chance she is trapped under rubble, most likely mortally wounded and beyond help. Triage protocols dictate stabilizing Agent Abara's vital signs before commencing recovery efforts. Please secure the area.
He's a lost cause. Better save yourself, Val. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me think for a second. So one thing that I do respect in this game is that companions can die, not when you have them recruited to your group. When you have them recruited to your group, they can leave your group and then they can die. But before you recruit them fully, before they become actual party members, they can die and then they're gone for good. You can also miss some of the companions in this game and never come across them. And I don't know if I want Niles to die. He's one of the more likable companions out of all of them. With that said, I don't know if I'm going to be running with him at all because I ran with him on my other run for the most part, so I already know his story and everything. Let's test this out. I'm going to see if he ends up dying or not. He's a lost cause. Better save yourself, Val.
Negative, Commander.
Oh, okay, you
Programming
can't.
prevents this unit from abandoning any living agent unless environmental conditions become too hazardous to continue administering aid. This unit will relocate Agent Abara to the incognito once he is stabilized or deceased. All other agents are advised to continue with the next mission objective, per Earth Directorate guidelines. An incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Abara's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Well, it seems
Commander, guards are closing in.
It seems like Niles maybe can't die in the beginning, but it's going to be interesting after we get out of this situation to see how he treats me. And maybe he just will flat out leave. I don't know. All right, so we got a repeating rifle, and I've been using the service pistol. This one uses short rounds. It has 3 mod attachments.
On your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. And there's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Recruits, troopers, wardens, arbiters, hold positions. Detain
Hold
any
positions.
subject failing to comply.
Thinking never made anybody
Stand by
happy.
for further instructions.
Disruptive influences! Seeking shelter!
What? Oh my god, they do so much damage. That is insane. We're gonna stagger him. I almost died again. Woo. I don't know if we're gonna stay on this difficulty or not. Because it might just be more of a pain in the ass versus being a fun challenge.
I can't succeed alone. So be diligent.
But we'll see.
Consequences.
We shall see.
Beloved subjects, we all know is only as strong
Hey, how you guys doing? See ya. I don't support the Protectorate scientists. Get up. Get up. We do not support the Protectorate, folks. No way, Jose. Not in a million years. Alright, got some compact rounds. Definitely feels very Fallout-y in terms of just constantly looting every single room that you come across. Which can be a good or bad thing depending on what type of player you are. Said a lot of the loot in this game is pretty useful because it's usually inhaler charges and food and ammo, all of which you need, so. Alright, let's go. Hey Stone, what's up? So my rating for the game was 3.5 stars out of 5, but if you guys want a more detailed understanding of where my perspective comes from, I do have a review pinned at the very top of the chat. But 3.5 out of 5 is kind of what I gave it. Had a lot of notable negatives, but then I had some positives that made it tolerable, I guess you could say. And overall, I usually don't play games that I don't at least enjoy to a certain extent, so overall, it's fun. It's fun.
There. Come over here at once! What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something awful has happened. We must be on our guard. Security ops cannot even be reached despite all of my attempts. This should be impossible. The automechs all returned to their charging stations and deactivated. And then there was the explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here.
I trolled my pistol the last time. Let's do something different. This is an emergency. I need to get into the skip labs at once.
Without you first identifying yourself as regulations demand? We must adhere to proper protocol, even under emergency conditions. Especially under emergency conditions. Violations of procedure cannot be excused. You need to turn yourself into the Arbiters post-haste, as is your duty. Shirking such will only make matters worse for you.
Kyle. What's up? I wouldn't be betting any bits on that. I prefer shirking to paying my debts to society. We have a gambler background choice.
What? You would deny the course of Protectorate judgment? Then I suppose it must be forced upon you. You heathen. Guards! I need immediate assistance at the bridge!
I don't think there's any way to talk him out of that. I'm not sure, though. Okay, here we go. This actually might be quite difficult. This might be quite difficult. Better get a couple kills quick here. Gonna have some dudes that are using melee weapons charging me. Like this guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. We're okay. Ooh, it's always tough facing... I prefer facing a player, like an actual person. When you're facing computer, you just never know, like, is it just what the program is? If peeking a corner is really going to actually help you out or not, because it might just be programmed to auto headshot you anyways. Oh, shit! Explosion. Pop up, buddy. Don't think you can shoot through walls in this one.
Looks much better.
Hopefully there's not a guy behind me. Can't see anybody on my mini-map.
Breaking for cover.
Oh, come on. Give me a headshot.
Peaceful neighbor. Each part supports. Ammunition hastening to cover. Grenade! Away! Maintaining perfection.
Wow, I'm almost dead. Did I do it? Okay, we barely survived. I'll eat some food. Guess I will use an inhaler charge. We just don't want that to max out. All right, there we go. Don't think I killed anybody back here, did I now? No, I didn't. Can't remember if I take all this loot into the actual game outside of the prologue. I think I do, so I'm gonna make sure I look for loot everywhere. Hey, I got my first grenade. This one's an explosive grenade, 140 damage, explodes after a short delay, dealing physical damage in an area. Wish I could zoom in on his face. Don't think you can see him when you're in the third person. The camera doesn't turn like that. Alright, so to get in here, I think I need brawny or perhaps lockpicking. Lockpick 1 to get into that room. Doot, 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 doot. Doesn't take much to be better than Starfield. Yeah, I mean, I played Starfield all the way through, just the main story. And I played this one all the way through, too. I definitely have more fun in this one than Starfield. I'd have to revisit Starfield. It's been so long. I know they've had a lot of updates and everything, but...
What in the void was going on out there?
Who is that?
Do you think shooting up the place was a good idea right now? After what happened to Niles? You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can.
Yes, ma'am.
It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station.
Just stop talking. Unlock the lift. There we go. The Sovereign. Yeah, the cool thing about this game is there's a lot of cool RPG mechanics, and there's some really cool choice consequence situations that you get yourself in with the factions specifically. You can have like an entire faction turn hostile to you. So despite the game being pretty mediocre overall as a whole package, and even low quality in some aspects, having the ability to manipulate the world and see choice consequence and stuff like that, and have builds actually matter to a certain extent, is a big plus in my eyes. That's really what kept me interested here. So if it didn't have good RPG mechanics, I would have dropped this one so fast. But RPG mechanics are important, and they call it an RPG, so that's a good thing. There was a melee weapon somewhere that I didn't pick up. I missed it. So here's an example of an RPG mechanic. So we're coming up to this chalkboard right here. We're going to examine it. After staring at the half-erased note for a good 30 seconds, you realize science is way beyond your comprehension. So I needed the background professor here in order to read what's on this chalkboard. And that may or may not give me something that could help out with this particular situation.
Be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Uh-oh.
Or it is.
Uh-oh. Oh.
It is not our place
Oh no,
to question.
wrong grenade. Shit. Oh.
Some kind of slackwit faffing about. There, found you.
Doot, 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 doot. I was gonna try to blow them all up, but I wasn't quick enough for the grenade.
Let the paradigm worry about tomorrow.
That.
Commencing guidance.
Oh, get out of here, you cheating bastard. Oh, shit.
Replenishing my fire.
That's not good. Where you at, buddy? Where you guys? Oh my god! How did that scare me? Scared the crap out of me for some reason. I hate using G because it's really hard for me to move while doing this because I have to take my pointer finger on my left hand off of the movement.
None shall.
Grenades are pretty powerful. No, I want a melee weapon. I want to try a stealth kill.
Taking cover! I repudiate.
Pop up, brother. Yeah, that's what I thought. Headshot. What? See, that's some bullshit computer stuff right there. That's why I don't know if I'm going to like this difficulty. He was standing up, then he ducked behind cover, and instantly just a headshot came out of cover. Alright, so drug crash. Overuse of the medical inhaler can cause you to experience a drug crash. While crashing, the inhaler is disabled, preventing you from healing further. To prevent crashes, ensure you're watching your toxicity closely. Investing in the medical skill can increase the amount of toxicity that you can accrue before a crash occurs. Damn, he almost killed me. I've almost died a bunch of times. Get a little bit of food. Hopefully there's an auto dock up here somewhere. Any good stuff. The equation, the grand plan. Alright, this is my first time ever using explosives. The panel controls the line to a cluster of fuel cells. An excess flow of fuel would cause them to combust. So I can use my lucky trait, or we can use explosives 1 to crank the flow to maximum level. You laugh at the paltry warnings as you max out every setting you can find. Let it blow. Okay, so that would have been good if I did it when they first came in. I'm assuming I would have gotten some splash damage right there. Don't really know though. Alright, give me an auto dock.
Commander,
Where's an auto dock?
can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our call.
Oh, I can hear you. DeVries isn't responding. What does that mean? The dumb grenade build. The dumb grenadier. DeVries, what are you doing in there? Shouldn't seem to be helping too much now, does she? Alright, Don, have a good day. What's up, Slicer? Yeah, so few games offer actual choice impact that when you actually do see it in a game that's labeled as an RPG, it gets some extra points. Obsidian got points in that category, which was big for myself. Alright, vendor, we got inhaler charge here. I think I'm going to just not buy anything, and we're going to save things up. How are we doing for ammo? So I have 57 compact rounds, and then we have 40 short rounds. That should be plenty. In case we run into any boat. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Whoa, that's some bullshit. The Sovereign. Leading the way for every subject, no matter how insignificant. See ya. Our duty? The Protectorate. What do you guys think about that?
It is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process.
So the Protectorate controls the manufacturing of skip drives, which are the key to traveling in space. So that's why the Protectorate's so powerful in this game. But when they're using the skip drives, or when they're manufacturing them, rifts are appearing in space. And these rifts are destroying planets and killing people and stuff. So that's what he's kind of talking about. Man, I wish I picked up a melee weapon. I must have missed it. So I don't think I can stealth kill without it. Oh, man. Yeah, we got one kill.
Advance.
Uh-oh. Oh, shite. What? Get your ass back here.
We must all
Definitely requires some more engagement than normal difficulty, that's for sure. Or hard, actually. Because I initially started off on hard on my other run. Okay, you want to play that game, brother? I'm going to get a 2x scope on this bad boy soon enough. Oh, that's a shot right there. Must be nice to have computer programming to make it.
Taking cover.
Oh, almost dead. See ya. See ya. Alright, everything seems to be running pretty good on very high settings. That's good. Performance wasn't really a problem for me. Except when I had ray tracing on. But I also have a somewhat high-end computer too. I'm getting 84 FPS right now. You guys can see the FPS in the top left of the screen. No loot. Blasphemy. Alright. Check the room for any other loot. Nope, I think we're good. Kind of looks like Avowed, but actually fun. There's definitely some similarities to Avowed. You'll see that as I keep playing, for sure. All right, there she is. Agent DeVries was not too concerned with helping me out for some reason. Wonder what's going on.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I should have known better than to underestimate someone who needs to gamble on anything and everything just to feel alive. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified.
Oh, I wanted a dumb response. So I guess the whole thing wasn't just because you're horrible at your job.
You think you can bait me with insults? I am a better agent than you could ever hope to be. Not that it matters. Very shortly, nothing will. Let me put this simply. Simple enough for even you to understand. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it.
Oh, does it now? And what exactly is this obviously flawed grand plan?
I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the plan to one such as yourself.
What a coincidence. I have no more time to listen to you drone on about the plan.
For once, we are in agreement. We are out of time. Farewell, Commander.
Hey, Fruits and Gus, thank you guys for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Emergency hibernation activated.
The Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
We've come to deliver you from oppression. Looks like a phone booth, doesn't it? The cinematics are actually really good in this game. It's a shame they don't have enough of them, in my opinion. Welcome to the Outer Worlds too. Matthew, I'm going to refer you to my review, which is pinned at the top of the live chat right now. But, I mean, generally speaking, I wouldn't tell anybody to pay full price for this game unless you knew for sure that you were going to be into it, especially the early access price. A lot of us reviewers disagree on a lot of different things about this game, but I think one thing most people agree on is it's not worth full price.
Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens when someone left in suspended animation that long.
At least relative to other full-price games.
May result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Okay, the prologue is almost over. Hey, Mike.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical.
Nice. Hey, I deserve hazard pay for almost dying.
Due to the perilous nature of their job, Earth Directorate agents are not compensated with hazard pay. However, 2 more near-death experiences may entitle you to a decorative trophy. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander.
All right, so this is, in my opinion, this is the only time you get to respec in this entire game. And I usually don't mind more hardcore mechanics, and in fact, I tend to like games that are willing to use more hardcore RPG type stuff. I don't think it works well in this game, though, because unfortunately, they let you respec before you've even had a chance to test out any of the perks or anything at all. So on my first run, I talk about this in my review, I put a bunch of points into medical because I wanted to pick up beast taming, but I found beast taming to be extremely underwhelming and quite frankly almost useless in a lot of situations in this game, and there was no way for me to respec and get those points out of medical, which is otherwise a skill that I have no interest in. So take it easy. Make sure you guys take your time picking your skills and perks and everything, because this is the only time you ever get a chance to respec, and you've only played for 45 minutes and really haven't even specced into anything. Let me check right now, though. Let's see. All right, so we're going to keep the traits. I think I'm good with that. I like lucky and dumb together. It's pretty funny. Resilience probably good, too. I definitely need to push a little bit more into some of the utility perks, though. So let's go ahead and go to skills. I do like explosives. That was cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the boost off of sneak, and we're going to go into engineering as my 2 specialties here. But I'm also going to be leveling, of course, into guns and sneak and these other categories, maybe even melee. But I'm kind of curious about engineering. Engineering skill increases the effectiveness of all armor, granting inherent damage reduction. In conversations and while exploring, engineering aids in the ability to act on the knowledge of mechanical systems. Investing in engineering allows you to select perks that further increase your defense and benefits from weapon, helmet, and armor mods. So we get a plus 1% damage resistance, and we have the engineering skill to mess around with different things. This doesn't really make sense, but I guess I'm going to be a dumb engineer. All right, and sure, we'll leave it on very hard for now.
Assessment complete. It appears you experienced some changes while in suspended animation, but nothing of concern. This unit will update your records accordingly. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately.
Overall, like, I'm not a huge fan of the writing in this game, especially like the dialogue between regular characters. But there are some funny moments, I'm not gonna lie. Like the general main story writing, I think, is pretty decent. All right, give me the briefing, Val.
Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia.
Microsoft?
Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years.
Uh-oh.
Give or take 7 to 8 years.
Thanks, Shay. This game does have kind of a big anti-capitalism theme. With that said, I think it works fine in this game. It doesn't feel like there's like social, political preaching, I guess you could say. I think it works fine, but it is kind of ironic and funny that Microsoft owns Obsidian, and this whole game is about anti-capitalism. Microsoft is like one of the biggest examples in the world of a large corporation heavily based on capitalism. All right, let's go ahead and... seems bad.
Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions.
Wait, DeVries is alive?
Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries.
Interesting.
Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location.
Niles certainly seems different.
This unit has observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
All right. Okay, 2 skill points. You get every single level. You get 2 skills. And I think it's every 2 levels you get a perk point. Yeah, every 2 levels. So just a quick rundown here. As you put points into these skills, they have passive benefits and, of course, utility purposes. Pretty much all of them have utility uses, even guns, believe it or not. And it doesn't even say so in the description, but you might come across something in the game that lets you do a gun check, I guess you could say. Oftentimes, this will be like something on a table, and you can do a gun check, and then you can put together a gun that nobody else would have been able to or something like that. But what skills also do is they unlock perks. So as you guys can see here, we have all these perks down here under the unavailable. And if I just go over one of them, you can see Plug Puller requires 20 points into hack, while Hail of Lead requires 5 points into gun. So your skills do unlock your perks, which ultimately is your build. So you do want to take your time. Like I said, there's no respec, so one thing that you can do, I'll probably make a video like beginner's tips. Actually, I'm going to do that after the stream is over. so I won't get too much into it in this video because you guys are here to watch gameplay. But one thing you can do is you can go to perks, and then you can favorite perks. So if I see some cool perks here, I take my time and I'm like, ooh, I want bag check. That sounds like something for me. I can favorite it. Ooh, I want sharpshooter. Ooh, I want this one. Then I can neatly organizes them all at the top of the screen so you can see them much better and know kind of what you have to do with your skills in order to unlock them. But we need to go ahead and do 2 skills. Let's see here. I do have a perk available right now that all these perks are available. I could just pick up, but let's see. Grenadier, you unlock an additional throwable equipment slot. You also gain a small bonus to explosive damage. Tempted to take that one. Let's see here. Do we want to go... I'm a little bit worried on very hard mode. If I don't invest enough into guns, am I just going to be super weak? This is where respecking would be nice, which doesn't exist in this game. So it's a big fault in my opinion, because I have no idea as a player, and not even having the option to test that out is not good. Now let's go ahead and... let's see, is there any engineering perks that require 4 into engineering or 3? Find the engineering category. Where's engineering? That's lockpick. I also wouldn't recommend trying to be too much of a jack of all trades. That's what I did on my run, and you basically end up not having enough points for anything later in the game. And once again, there's no respec in this game. So, okay, that's the science ones. That's the melee skill tree. I'm tempted to do some melee too, like play like a dumb melee engineer. Sounds kind of cool. Let's see, connoisseur, nope, bag check, leadership, guns. All right, so here's the engineering one. So Tinkerer, your modded weapons now deal bonus damage, increasing your engineering skill, plus 10% damage with modded weapons. I'll be picking that one up at some point, but we don't really have any modded weapons right now. Engineering 20, your body armor gains an additional armor mod slot. Another crafting one. All right, let's see. Shrug it off requires another perk. Yeah, so some of the perks require other perks too. So it's not just skills. Let's go ahead and pick up... ooh, bullet shield is 10% damage resistance and 10% base health. Pitch tossball winger. Directly hitting anyone with a grenade or mine will deal damage and stagger them. Explosives also deal more damage. Plus 20% explosive damage. Deal 50 physical damage on direct hit with a grenade. Oh, I think I want to do like a grenadier build. It sounds fun. All right, let's do that. We're going to take that right now. Hold on. Wait. Maybe I should start off with bullet shield. Let's have fun. All right, perfect. So we're going to take that. For skills, I'm going to put a couple points into... I'm going to do engineering 4 just so I make sure I have enough to get into things that require engineering at the start of the game. Perfect. Okay, Niles is now a full-blown agent. He's in the Incognito's cockpit. Speak with him to discuss the next steps. So we have character inventory, map, journal, companions. And here we go. So our first flaw has popped up here, and these will pop up periodically throughout your playthrough, depending on your playstyle and how you end up playing will determine what flaws present themselves to you. So this flaw is called consumerism. You're the reason our marketing works. Promotions and sales have riddled your brain, and you're more interested in buying the next big thing than financial planning. This might be one that actually everybody gets, possibly. If I take this, minus 15% to vendor prices, but also minus 10% sell value at vendors. So we can buy things for cheaper, but we sell things for less. I think I'm actually going to take this flaw, because I remember breaking down a lot of items versus selling them. So let's do it. Be very careful with the flaws that you take, though. Some of them are extremely negative, and you can't go back after you take them, so... Alright, so here's the crafting bench. So let's see, can I make anything right now? Probably not. Can make mag picks and bypass shunts. Let's see, do we have any... I don't have materials for anything, but we can go to breakdown right here, and we can see what items break down into what. So if I need cloth, these items all break down into cloth. If I needed that. But let's go ahead and break down the junk. And I'm going to put on my new armor. I think this comes with the premium edition. I mean, I'm playing on a review code, so I didn't have to pay for the game, but that gives us this. You guys can't see it because I have turn helm off right now, but you know what? Let's turn the helm back on. I don't think I like looking at my guy anymore. I don't think I like looking at him anymore. All right, so we're going to show player helm. Hey, there we go. Kind of ridiculous, but we're going to rock it. This is a 5% base health, and it has a mod on it. Gain a bonus to damage resistance, scaling with total bits held. Interesting. I never actually read the mod on that because I just thought it was stupid and I didn't use it before, but... So the more bits that you have, which is basically money, that's kind of cool. It reminds me of Baldur's Gate, Act 2. Alright, and then we'll put on, let's see, what else did we get? We got a deluxe moon staff for a melee weapon. And then I have a premium Moonman SMG. We'll put that on. I think I want to rock the repeating rifle, though. Cool. Alright. Can't do any party upgrades yet. Unfortunately, it's very, very underwhelming in this game. Very binary with pretty much everything that you do. You don't control loadouts. All you do is do a passive upgrade here for the most part. So that's a pretty disappointing part of this game, if you ask me. But it's all good. All right. Let's grab our loot. Hibernation helm. What is that? Hibernation helm. 40% energy recharge rate. So energy is how you use your gadgets and stuff. Hibernation suit. It must be another energy one. This one is... Oh, this one's actually better. We have the Moonman one, though, too. 15% evasion, 5% damage resistance, combat, sprint speed, plus 25. We have mods, companion abilities charge faster, and cost cut materials, plus 30% damage resistance, but 5% damage resistance is lost every time the wearer takes damage. Sure, I guess we'll put on the Moonman. Of course, they make, like, the armor of the Moonman is super cool. Of course, they make the only armor that actually looks good. You're not going to find a lot of good-looking armor in this game until later on. The only good-looking one costs money. Costs the premium edition. Classic Microsoft. Outer Wilds? No, not Wilds. I gotta play that game sometime.
This records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander.
Good call on his part.
Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operation. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander.
All right. That'll save me some time.
Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander.
Great. Can I go now?
Final recommendation. The second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 8. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockbox.
So this is just like a passive upgrade right here. You can just keep coming back to this box and getting new stuff for your character and for Valerie too. But you have to be a looter in order to unlock everything. It requires something called decryption keys. So we have a decryption key right now. We got it in the prologue, or she just gave me one, I think. And this is another gadget that I get to use that fires a spray that does damage, corrosive damage, but it also disintegrates bodies if you're trying to do a stealth run and you want to hide a body. I didn't really find it that necessary to use it though, to be honest with you, but it exists. So here it is in action. You just go up and you pop it. It's a cool thing. I just didn't find it that useful. Like I didn't really need it that much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So the next one requires 4 keys, and that is going to be an upgrade to Valerie. So we'll have to keep an eye out for keys.
Congratulations on your acquisition of
Thank you, Val. All right, we got to go to Paradise Island.
The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%.
All these years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing
I'm
her
not going
whole
to play
team.
that, Scott.
And for what? What did our blood pay for?
I want to, I just don't really have the free time right now. Niles, you okay? Take a look at how different Niles looks right now.
Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew.
His voice got deeper and now he has the burn marks. I like the Niles upgrade. He was too rookie before. This is definitely the better outcome. I agree.
You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I mean, I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able.
You didn't search hard enough, clearly.
I'll make it up to you, Commander. Somehow.
Everything I've said to him has been negative.
I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed.
And he's still nice to me.
The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries's survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia.
Mm-hmm.
She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her.
DeVries is a traitor. This is a lot. I just want to move on. I'm going to do this because I don't know the response here. This is a lot. I just want to move on. Keep my head down. Forget any of this happened.
I get the impulse. I do. But take it from someone who knows that whole lying low thing only makes you easier to crush by the boots you're looking to avoid. Besides, this growing rift problem ain't just going to subside. Oblivion's coming, Commander. Without the Earth Directorate, we're stranded. I'm not going to stand around waiting to get extirpated by some tear in the universe. DeVries started this mess. Only follow she's the one with the know-how to end it.
So that's a no to going back into hibernation chamber then?
The Commander's got jokes. Seems your upper faculties are making a full recovery then. Good. Gonna need you sharp to catch DeVries. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox relay station on Paradise Island. She'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts.
All right, we have a dumb response here. Well, what if she took all the safes with her when she left?
Remind me again how long those side effects from hibernation are supposed to last.
Hibernation can result in fatigue, imbalance, memory loss, and, in extreme cases, death. All side effects should subside within a 24 to 48 hour period. Death may last longer.
Okay. Nothing to wring hands about then. Probably. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than insulting your protectorate communications hub.
Okay, let's go ahead and head to Paradise Island. The story premise is that you are an agent of the Earth Directorate. They're basically like a anti-corporation. Nobody can take control of the universe. No, not one single entity. The Harpers, if you will, which is Forgotten Realms lore. And you're trying to find a way to stabilize these rifts right here and figure out why there's rifts and all that, because the rifts are going to destroy the universe. But there's all these factions in the way. All right, Eden, Elysium's largest and most populated colonized moon. Eden is blessed with a breathable atmosphere and tropical climate that required minimal terraforming to render habitable. Gentle trade winds reliably blow in a uniform direction, hence Eden's dramatic windswept spires. Much of this moon's idyllic landscape is now scarred from battle, although untouched pockets of paradise remain. T. Hargrove. All right, welcome to Paradise. I gotta go to the bathroom. So while we're flying... Oh, okay, hold on. I forgot you gotta do this. You gotta do the extra step of jumping down here and then getting off the ship. All right, so we get to have 2 companions with us at a time. Obviously, there are 4 more for me to get. You can miss them. They can die if you don't get them. You gotta be careful. 1 companion on the first moon. 2 on the second one. Dude, who's the third one? Oh, 3 on the second one, actually. Welcome to Paradise Island, everyone. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and we will continue on, baby.
See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on site.
And that's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up debris trail.
Okay, I have returned. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys for the thumbs up on the YouTube stream. I appreciate it. Or thumbs down. Alright, Augustine DeVries previously worked at the Vox Relay, but given the danger involved in getting to the station, Niles has recommended searching for more info on her before locating her tracker in Fairfield. The garbled signals Niall received came from the town of Fairfield, even though he doubts that she's still there. He thinks that's a good place to start looking. So we're going to head to Fairfield. Got my new weapons. Unfortunately, as I discussed in my review, the exploration in this game isn't too good in my opinion. Starts off okay, I guess, but really quickly you learn that there's not really a whole ton going on in the environments that's worth exploring. With that said, we're definitely going to come back here.
Ahead. Seems likely we'll find Crabbles hereabouts.
We're going to get into some combat, because this is actually kind of cool. But you don't see it too often. I have no grenades right now. I have this in my melee weapon. I don't know if fighting in melee is going to be good on this difficulty. Wonder if I should put the pistol or the repeating rifle on 1. Actually, I like SMG on 1, repeating on 2. Forget where the weak spot is on these guys. Uh-oh, here they come.
Emergency. Protocol's ready.
Give the order and I'll take care of them, Commander.
No, I pressed the wrong button.
As indicated.
Not exactly in fighting shape at the moment.
Niles is already down at the very start. The companions die a lot in this game. Woo, Nelly. They're coming back. Oh my god, I don't think. Oh my god. So Val's companion ability heals me. A small heal at the start. And Niles does like some shot. Companion abilities are pretty underwhelming overall. Wow, he can shoot from out there? That's crazy. Might not be ready for this.
This unit is in need of assistance.
Val's down too? Just in case you guys didn't read the title, I'm playing on the game's hardest difficulty right now, so don't judge the difficulty of the game based on this if you don't typically play games on their hardest difficulty. I don't know if I'll be sticking with this one or not, but...
Resuming hostilities.
This game would have been no problem on normal or even hard. Hard really wasn't that hard overall.
System failure.
Come on, Val.
For assistance.
Oh shit. I think I'm a goner. I have no heals right now. Wow. Cave is crazy. I could just kill the one. Oh, I found a little... Gotta find the weak spot on him. Oh, I'm out of ammo. This is not good. It's like no damage. Well, if I die, we just respawn back at the ship. There it is. Okay, we'll come back to that cave. If I had a trauma kit on my character, then I would be able to revive if a companion was alive, because they can revive you. Alright, cave has been noted. Either... yeah, we'll come back to it. Let's go ahead and check out this. One of my favorite skills in this game is the observation perk. And if you have it, if you come up to this wall right here, something will reveal itself if you stare at the right spot for long enough. But now that I don't have observation at the right skill level, I don't have it at all right now. Nothing shows itself. Little stuff like that is pretty cool in RPGs. Game looks like Avowed. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of similarities between Avowed and this one. Especially in the visual and the animation departments. So if I did have the observation perk, I would be able to start a side quest right now that takes you to Fairfield. With that said, I think I can still get that side quest in Fairfield, but I just wouldn't be able to pick it up as early. You guys want to see something really unfortunate? Watch this. Classic Obsidian, right? Can we do a thumb sideways? Sure. Hey, Chalky, what's up? Let me go ahead and share. Let's go share. Hold on one second. Copy link. I'm gonna share my review. I did a review on the game, non-spoiler. I'm gonna pin it on the Twitch chat too, if you guys are interested in my final opinion, with no story spoilers.
At the risk of sounding glib, that ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
Auntie's choice. All right, pick up triple barrel shotgun. Absolutely. And we got a pocket watch. Uh-oh, got some protectorate wasps. So I'm going to use Niles' ability right now. I'm going to press C, aiming over here. And then he does that right there. It's kind of like, it reminds me of Dragon Age the Valguard, which is not really a good thing in that case. It's very, very simplified, streamlined companion stuff. It's alright though. Hey, we got some nice music. Hold on, before I go over there, I'm gonna go loot this fisherman's hut over here and pick up a side quest too. Cool thing about playing on very hard, even though I might not continue playing, is that it incentivizes me to engage with side content that otherwise I would think is too boring to engage with. But the side content obviously allows you to increase character progression as you're gaining XP. So it's a little bit more interesting when I'm playing a game on its hardest difficulty. I'm a little bit more excited to do it in a way because I get something out of it that I feel is worth it. Anything down here? Don't expect some great exploration though. Like, going around there is going to get you nothing. You don't find stuff like that in this game. It's just maybe this whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing out here. You start seeing that over time and it just starts going, okay, I'm not going to check anything anymore.
What a novel concept.
We receive 2 rest days a year, which are also paid. We'll be compensated for doing literally nothing. I believe it's called
Hello, ladies. How are you?
vacation. I know, so exciting.
One thing I do appreciate about this game, check this out. These ladies are kind of annoying me. So let's take care of them. You do have a lot of freedom in this game to kind of shoot whoever you want. Even faction leaders too, which is very surprising. That's very RPG, and it's pretty awesome to be able to do that. Now, can mess up your reputation, but... Alright, so to get in here... Oh, nice.
Engaging hostile icons.
Oh, it's a janitor mech. I need the supplies.
Engage.
Zeranium is a dangerous hazard that's found throughout Arcadia. Powering through the Protectorate's auto mechs, standing in Zeranium poisons you and lowers your maximum toxicity. Just gotta be careful, as some of these mechs will leak Zeranium for like 10-15 seconds after you take them out. Alright. Sorry for the violence, y'all. Keep in mind, I've already played this game. So you guys are watching, like, Wolfheart, who's probably half bored, trying to do some crazy shit to have fun. Kind of like when I do crazy stuff in Baldur's Gate 3. It's a lot different than my first actual run where I take things more seriously. Alright. Flywheel action. Pocket watch. Let's go. Hype. Murder Hobo Run. Would I ever play the first game? Yes. I mean, sure. If I had time one day, I might come around to it. But it's not on my top to-do list at the moment.
Might I have a word, Commander?
What do you want, Niles?
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Niles. So this is Niles' companion quest? You think we have time for this right now, Niles?
I know. Just hear me out, please. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
Hey, we got an engineering response. Am I going to need to hold an electrical standards and safety course?
Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first.
Ah, we can just say we don't have time for this. Let me see what happens.
Well, don't spare my feelings none. Like I said, I know we've got business elsewhere, but I wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. Just, if you're going to be heading over to Westport, let me trail along.
He's always so nice to me. I feel bad. I wonder if you do enough negative things if he'll end up leaving the group, because they will leave if, like, if one of the companions is part of one of the factions and I start killing people from that faction, the companion will absolutely leave the group. But being mean to them, I haven't tested that enough to see if they eventually leave. Niles is starting to probably not like me, though. Oh, I stole from her. She's not looking, though. It's okay. As long as they're not looking, you can steal. It's right behind her. She ain't gonna know.
Thanks for not crushing my plants, friend. I'm the Senior Principal Chief Director of Natural Studies, Acquisitions, and Monetization on Paradise Island. But call me Betsy. I'm always out looking for exciting new plants, rocks, and critters,
He
but
looks
you
like
can
a
likely
Betsy.
puzzle that out on your own. Say, you ain't looking for a job, are you? It's easy. Just need to confirm reported locations of a few rare and highly valuable plants. You can keep anything you find.
Anything I find?
Anything. Just so long as you bring me back confirmation as to the wheres of where you found them.
I suppose an itchy trigger finger is pretty close to a green thumb. Tell me more.
Well, you got me grinning to split my noggin clean in two. But enough of that. To business. I got a stack of reports, but since we're not supposed to be riling things up with the Protectorate right now, I can't go investigate them myself. It might be seen as aggressive. But since you're an unaffiliated freelancer, you could handle this task no problem. Just go to these places and verify if the resource is there or not, and report back to me.
Sounds easy to me.
Friend, you and I are about to become very wealthy. First up, I need you to find a beautiful flowering plant called Heartless Lephoria. It can be found across Arcadia. More specifically, it's typically found near Zeranium, so it's spread along with the Protectorate civilization, since their technology is mostly powered by Zeranium.
Director of Resource Exploitation Betsy Schmooch. Zeranium, I've heard the name, but I don't know much about it.
Extremely toxic and fairly volatile, but it's a right good source of energy if you know how to handle the stuff. Like I said, most Protectorate technology runs on it. You'll know it if you see it. It's black and silver, and it sort of hangs in the air on account of it being the same density. I got 2 reports so far. One near the Automech Repair Center in the southeast corner of the island.
Okay.
The second is to the north of here and a little east of the bridge. And again, friend, anything you find is yours. I don't want to get audited for unapproved stock. Just need someone to put lamps on those spots and verify them for me.
Pretty interesting how one of the first quests that you come across is a fetch quest. I don't know what Obsidian was thinking there for a player first entering the game for the first time, but with that said, it probably serves a purpose of the player learning that they can gather certain things to use for crafting and stuff. With that said, there's not a ton of gathering to be had in this game, which is another reason why I feel like the environments are kind of dull. Very few plants. No mining or anything like that.
Whoa
Hello.
there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying Protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all.
Twitch, I am so sorry for having that chat up on your screen. I just noticed it right now. If you guys are ever watching on Twitch and something isn't full screen or it doesn't look right, please let me know. That was taking up like half the screen. Sure, I can identify myself. I'm right here. Now please step aside.
Well, despite having serious questions about your intelligence level, I surmise you are most assuredly not a spy. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom lines, all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way.
Nothing.
Before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the town hall. That'd be the one with the giant hologram. Once again,
Gotcha. As you guys saw, there's a lot of optional dialogue. Personally, I don't find a lot of the writing in this game with the optional side stuff to be that interesting, so we're going to kind of skip over some of that while I'm streaming, at least. Let's see. This ain't like a Baldur's Gate 3 or anything like that. 75.
Self-reliance on Eden.
Okay, welcome to Fairfield. Tempted to go right to where DeVries' house is, because I already know where it's at. Wonder if I can mix up the way that the story plays out. I think I am going to do that. We're going to test something out.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc.
I must ask.
Over here.
Right here we have a patient.
Definitely not
And if you have the science skill, you can come over here and actually make a cure for the patient. It's like a little tiny side quest. If you don't have the skill, then you end up making something that's not worth it. But it's a pretty boring quest, so we're just going to kind of steal things now. There's nobody's watching. First, I got to pick up my favorite thing right here. This is the best helmet in the game, the Battle Helm of Terrobane. So this is a cool helmet. Fortunately, there's not like a ton of items in this game that are like this. When you put this helm on, you go completely invisible when standing still, with the caveat of not being able to see and not being able to go into third person. So when I'm standing right here like this, nobody can see me. Very good for stealth missions, because you just kind of move up, then you stop. You move up and then you stop when a character's walking by or looking at you for too long. It works so good. It's almost overpowered because of that. It is overpowered. It's kind of a funny item. All right, sounds good. Silver, have a good day. Enjoy your run. I don't know if I'll be doing a full playthrough or not, so maybe see you soon enough.
I'll pay my tab in no time.
Never been the type to sit behind a desk all day.
Oh, you must be one of my
Yes, sir.
Stand behind a bar.
Welcome to the bar, where the NPC looks exactly like the lady in the woods, except with green hair.
The door, this stuff? They must be storing something.
Nobody's looking at me. Nope. Let's grab whatever we can. Loot, 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 loot. All right, I got a police officer's hat. 5% cook in my character. Oh my god, his face. And a woolly beanie. He actually doesn't look that goofy when I put the hat on. He just looks kind of like an old man. Oh, explosives 3 to get into here.
You're lucky we're patient sorts.
So these guys are trying to get into here. Another side quest, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. I don't really feel like talking to them. Once again, the dialogue is just kind of boring. Aha! When I discovered that by accident, I was actually pretty pumped. I'm gonna grab everything now. Got defensive plates for some crafting. Let's go ahead and see what gun I picked up. The kinetic biomass pistol. We'll give it a try. And that one shoots biomass canisters. And then the shock machine gun. These are actually really good guns in this game. And we're gonna go ahead and can I get back out this way? Nope, we're gonna have to pop out.
Whoa! Appreciate. Huh? Guns after all. Most of these irons look pretty old-fashioned too. A bit lackluster, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes I wonder about you. Anyway, thanks for your help, friend. We were nigh at our wits' end trying to get into that armory. Now we can stop speculating on what's inside and actually do some work.
Yeah, I'm the greatest. Tell me something I don't know.
And humble, too. Well, we appreciate the assist. We're in a much better position to fight those Protectorate now than we were before. Auntie's Choice won't forget this.
All right. That saved us like 5 minutes of dialogue between these two by doing this without talking to them. Okay, we do have an interesting guy in here, though.
I have no interest in dealing with the machinations of you dark marketers today.
Excuse me, sir? Oh, wow, I can't actually talk to him. Huh. I wonder why. I was able to talk to him before. Just smoking away in there. He has no interest in speaking to me. Wonder if it's because I opened up the armory.
Don't go into that. That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
Auntie's Choice. And then we have the Sovereign right here. So the Protectorate are the faction that used to own this town until Auntie's Choice took it over. And as you can see, the Sovereign is being overlapped by a hologram from Auntie's Choice, the corporation. They're hiding her face. How you doing? All right, let's go ahead and push on with the main story, and we are going to go talk to the minister. We're trying to remember where the crafting bench is here. They're all over this game. Don't know.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain? Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not.
Thank you,
now,
Max.
Unless
One
you care
second,
to
we're in
see
a
what
long
life in the
dialogue
lower
here.
rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs?
Max, thank you so much for the $20. The tavern is still temporarily closed, but you know what? I'm going to get that thing freaking up and running soon, okay? Now that you're on my mind, Max, I got to get it fixed. Now, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. So one cool thing that's going on here is these two characters are both going to offer a quest. I think you can only take one or the other, though. So you see a lot of that in this game where you choose one thing and it locks you out of other content. I think it's pretty good for an RPG to have stuff like that. It makes your decisions a lot more important. You have to contemplate things a little bit more. But let's go ahead and go with the dumb response. If I had the Space Ranger background, we would unlock that dialogue. You mean like the ones that say trespassing and no entry? Sure don't.
Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to good use. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
What's up, bro, Davs? All right, so Niles can chip in here, or we can continue on with the dumb trait. We're going to continue on being dumb. I have to get you a big tower. The Sox Relay.
Do you mean the Vox Relay? That's a big tower. You do? Well, listen carefully. If you help me with what I want, I can get you into the Vox. Or all the socks you need. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed.
I like how it's reacting to the dumb dialogue. They're doing a good job with that so far. then you just instantly go back to being like smart and articulation is not a problem. All right, we're going to say sorry, but I don't want that kind of responsibility.
Very well.
All right, we don't even need the details. So we're going to go talk to Officer Carr.
I know she don't look it.
Right here.
She's more dangerous
Because like I said, you can only do one quest or the other, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to do Officer Carr's because I did the Minister's quest on my first run.
You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island.
Persons elimination.
Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose.
I like throwing myself to the whims of fortune. Currently, I have business at the Vox.
The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction, I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding.
Suppose there's no shame in hearing what you've got planned.
I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you.
Yep. Okay. I'd rather work with you than Milver Street. I prefer the direct approach.
Competence recognizes competence. One last thing. Visit the Ministry of
Such a
Accuracy
cringe line.
first to gain credentials that will grant you easy entrance to the repair center.
Competence recognizes competence. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. We have a couple mentions down here. Okay, seek assistance in infiltrating the Vox relay station. Acquisitions Officer Carr has a task that needs doing and said she could help you get into the Vox relay in exchange.
You approach openly, despite your new standing as a minion of Commander Babylon Carr. Well, speak all you like, you've aligned yourself with the brute, thereby identifying yourself as one. I shall not forget this anytime soon. Go on, then.
So we just picked up information on DeVries' house, but we're going to ask Carr if she knows anything about DeVries.
Been working at that spot of business we discussed. Loose your words. I'm listening.
How's the war effort?
Let me spin you a yarn. One of my elite regiments ceased replying to hails several weeks ago. Hardy bunch. Fought all across the system. Yesterday, the Protectorate launched the regiment commander's upper torso into one of our encampments, which makes 2 1/3 complete. Calculating bastards, the Protectorate. Would admire their efficacy if it music to my ears.
All right, so I just picked up something in this records room right here that mentioned that DeVries has a house in Fairfield. Just to catch you guys up, because I kind of did that quick. When I was just looting right here, I picked up a document that gave me more info on where DeVries is. And of course, we're after DeVries right now, as she's the one that blew up the Horizon Point in the prologue at the start of the game. We can ask Minister if he has any information on DeVries, but let's just go off of the information that I just picked up, and let's go see if we can find her house.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch.
All right, so Niles is a walking crafting bench in this game.
Commander? Sure.
So we can just kind of go in here. We can break down things with him. And then I can also make a bunch of stuff too. Let's see, stuff for crafting. Do I have any mods yet? We have defensive plates I can put into my armor. So we'll go ahead and make some defensive plates. 10% damage resistance. Let's see, I didn't pick up any weapon mod recipes yet. Nothing for the inhaler. Then we have bypass and also mag picks. I don't think I really need any of those right now. Compact rounds, I might end up needing some of those. I forget what gun I'm using, but let's go ahead and see if we can slot the armor. So I'm going to slot the defensive plates onto my premium Moonman armor right here, and that's going to give me 10% damage resistance. Kind of like a little bit of a buff right there. And we could put something on the helm, but I actually don't have anything on the helm, so let's go back to crafting. Is there any... Nope, I don't have any helm recipes right now. Let's see what types of guns I'm rocking. So we have the shocker, that's biomass canisters, the shock rod, short rounds for the repeating rifle, triple barrel is shells, short rounds. So the only thing that uses compact is the service pistol. Can I make short rounds, or do I not have the recipe for that? I don't have the short rounds recipe. Now, Niles does have a bunch of other dialogue, as you guys can see here, to dig more into his character and his backstory. But we'll save that for later or for another day. I didn't find the companions particularly interesting in this game, so I don't want to bore you guys to death. Let's continue on. So Town Hall records indicate DeVries was assigned a house with red trim and rounded windows. Red trim and rounded windows, you say? We got red trim, no rounded windows. Red trim, no round. Hey, there's one right there. Check this out first, though. Gotta rob everybody's home, right? Looks like they have a water leak. Okay. So we're learning a bunch of information on DeVries right now.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
And instead of reading all of that, we can just get the TLDR. So we located DeVries' house. Time to look around. That's all we got, I guess. Actually, the information on that computer comes in handy when you talk to another character in the future. That new DeVries. So if you don't read through all of these, at least don't click through all of these, you'll never get those dialogue options. All right, we have to keep looking around here. Deep fried crusty bits. Corona. What do we have here? Ooh. DeVries' tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. You think she would be that dumb? Probably not, right? All right, so this one, all the really important information will come with its own like little cutscenes. So we're gonna get a cutscene here.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters.
What's up, Games Reaper?
I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I?
Okay. Yeah, I have pinned in the YouTube and Twitch chat. I have a full review, 28-minute video. If you want to know my opinion, just go to the conclusion or watch the entire video if you want.
I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan.
The plan. The grand plan.
Wasn't it?
The equation.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
What I'm hearing is that math did this. I always knew math was evil.
When it results in a bunch of innocent folk getting maimed or murdered? Yeah, I call that pretty squarely evil. How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
Maybe if you paid more attention to your training and less to rumors. Never mind.
What? Say it.
Me and Niles are not off to a good start together. It was an unkind thought. Forget it, Niles.
Reckon I can guess. Ain't the first time it's crossed my mind either. Your brain pan's empty. If you think I haven't gone back through Horizon Point 1,000,000 times over, doing things differently. But we were talking about DeVries. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart. Ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
So even some of the dialogue that's not related to like a trait, it can still take you into new dialogue, because that was new for me, but then it all tied back in together with when I played this game for the first time. Yeah, people shouldn't get praise for doing what's expected of them, Niles.
It's embarrassing now. How much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
The Order? The ones that had a schism with the Protectorate? What exactly is the Order?
The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
Yeah, so the Order was like the Church of the Protectorate, and then they kind of separated and dropped out. But interestingly enough, the Order is not necessarily religious, so to say, although there are some fanatics that are more religious. It's more so science and math focused. Whatever the seers showed her must have been convincing.
Sure, but why act alone instead of reporting her concerns to the brass? What made her believe the Earth Directorate would dismiss the threat? I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the Grand Architect, Void, even Capital. I know how most colonies run, but when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
I don't care to debate this, Niles. I'm only interested in finding DeVries' safe room.
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that.
All right. Level up. Following the Earth Directorate's protocols, DeVries likely established a safe room within the Vox relay station while she was undercover. Finding that room should take top priority. However, the Vox relay is the most heavily guarded Protectorate site in the region, and getting into it won't be a simple matter. Improve the mission's chance of success by seeking the help of sympathetic parties around the island. So, I'm pretty sure, and this is one of the aspects of the game that I like, I'm pretty sure that I could attempt the literal final mission of this map right now. And then open up the second map. However, with that said, especially on very hard difficulty, it's probably extremely difficult, if not impossible right now, even if there's a 1% chance, to actually be able to pull that off. But I'm pretty sure that you do have the freedom to want to attempt that if you think you can manage it. I'm trying to remember back if there was like a piece of equipment or something that I got from other parts of the main story. I could be wrong. It might not be possible right now. I might need to do one more part of the main story. But it appears to be giving us the freedom to tackle that if we want to right now. All right, for skills, let's go ahead and we're going to go 3 into explosives, and I'm going to put, man, I feel like I got to start putting some into guns here. Problem is, you want to max out, not necessarily max out, you want to probably get at least 2 skills to 10 early on instead of being a jack of all trades. I feel like a couple points into lockpicking wouldn't be bad. Let's do... I'm going to do 2 into guns, actually. No. There we go. We'll do that. All right, and I don't have a perk because we need 1 more level for a perk. So we found DeVries' house. But we have all these other locations that I can explore. Oh, look at this. So I've never been in this house because when I was first here, I didn't have the required traits to get in. I couldn't find a secret entrance. But now I have Engineering 3. That's cool. I never used that before. And we're able to get in. Either that or the brawny trait. What are we getting in here? Anything good? Here, electrolytes, steel, blast, defense. All right, and I know there's a secret room right here. I was able to unlock it with my observation skill, but nothing's showing right now. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to focus on the... It's kind of the main quest. It's under the side quest category, but... It's kind of the main quest too, because this is either the Minister's quest or Car's quest. Alright, so you may be able to find some credentials that will allow you into the Automech Repair Center. Before you can sabotage the facility, you'll need to find a way in. Carr hinted that engineering know-how may be useful in duping the guards. Officer Babylon Carr needs the Automech Repair Center permanently incapacitated. Visit the facility and prevent it from ever supplying repairs to the Protectorate Automechs in the region again. Aiding her should help you get into the Vox Relay. We also have Niles' companion quest, which is over here in this region. Yeah, we're going to go to this one because this is brand new content for me. And I think I want to focus on that. Because like I said in my review, the first region was pretty underwhelming for me. And I'll probably get bored fast if I don't keep pursuing content that I haven't experienced yet. So we'll go to that one. My interest in doing some of these side quests again is like almost 0 though, so. But this is one I haven't done before. Let's go check it out. See if I can survive going over there. Wonder if I should go back to the ship real fast. Or try to find... Hold on. Actually, I'm going to go to one of the gun shops in town. See if I can get a recipe for a hollow sight. Or a 2x sniper scope sight, maybe. One of the two.
address them defectors if
Why
they
Sneak
miss
Zero?
anything about
Just because I just
Protectorate
started.
life.
So I
That
haven't
must
had
be
an
the
opportunity
greenhouse.
to invest
You know,
into anything
one
really.
where that Emmeline is supposed to be moving stolen goods.
Over the loudspeakers.
What's up, MK?
Do they ever see?
See if I can remember where the gun shop is. Is it this one? I think it is this one.
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
This might be the armor shop. It might be guns too.
Well, what I meant to say is that we, like they...
All right, so what do we got here? We got attachments for the weapons. Light pistol, plasma barrel, advanced mag, increased mag size. Changes the damage type to plasma at the expense of lower damage. Triple barrel shotgun, sawed-off barrel attachment. We have the Rattler gun. I kind of want that. I can't afford anything though. All right, there's no attachments that I really want, but what we can do is sell a couple things. Instead of breaking them down, I'm going to sell my junk. Now I have 851 bits. We can probably sell this one. Sell that one. I'm gonna hang on to the service pistol because compact rounds are very easy to come across, so it's good to have a gun that has that. Hang on to the repeating rifle. Crafting. I have 940 now. So keep in mind I did take that perk earlier that makes the vendor prices cheaper, that flaw. And look, there's an advanced decryption key, and that's used on the ship.
Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure.
Okay, let's go ahead and make a concussive mine, an inhaler charge, some compact rounds. Plus 50% damage against explosives. Oh. Party upgrades we can't do just yet. Let me do a manual save. Okay, where am I going? We are going... Oops, wrong button. We are going... Not over there, that's a different quest. We're going over here. So we're going to the east. Which way is east on the compass? Must be this way.
Signs of corrosion. Exhaust manifolds.
Songs are bangers. You like the jazzy... jazziness?
You don't tell me what's wrong.
Test out this rifle too. Alright, so this is going to be new territory for me. You guys see what I mean by the environments, like exploration not being interesting in this game? Like there's nothing here. Like, there's not even any creatures. Like the amount of creatures on each map is, it feels fairly minimal. I mean, there's that guy right there, but there's no hostile creatures. And this is the chick I picked up the side quest from. This beautiful area that could be filled with crafting supplies, creatures, secrets, and there's just nothing. Not even any loot over here. Alright, I think I have to go around this way. You know what I should pick up? There's a booster where you can do a double jump, and I know where that's at on the map. I think it's right here or right here. Might be that location. Should go get that soon. Alright, this is the Arbiter Training Facility. Hello?
Always been curious about the kind of training that'll produce an Arbiter. Can't imagine it's pleasant.
Entering a hospital.
Ain't just the Dragoon to worry about.
Dangerous enemies.
Those turrets will also put the hurt on us if we get too close.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do this on very hard. We could test it out. Let me hit F5. Let's see what happens here.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
So the nice thing about the lightning guns is that it can stun enemies. It builds up a stun. So when I'm facing like mechs and stuff, it's super useful. I don't know if I should be here right now.
You court slow, Commander. Not walking this.
Uh-oh. He already killed my guys. All right, explosive and concussive. All right, let's go. Let's throw a concussive on the ground. I haven't used. Oh! All right. Like a suicide bomber. Hey, what's up, Panos? Yeah, we'll come back to that area. I think I'm gonna have to respect these skulls on this difficulty. Go around. Uh-oh, those guys are skulls too. I wonder if the quest that I'm going on is a skull quest right now. It might be. These guys should be yeah, these guys are friendly right here. If I remember correctly, there's really nothing in this camp to do or really anything to get. All right, so Auntie's Choice Biomass Weapon Workbench. So, you know, I told you guys explosives and gun and melee and stuff can actually have utility use too. This is an example of that. It appears that someone gave up halfway through a project. You have all the ingredients and parts needed to easily create several biomass grenades. As a grenadier, this will be quite useful. There we go, we made a bunch of grenades. And you have to have one of those skills in order to do that. That's perfect, because I am a grenadier. Kind of the build we're going with. Sticky grenade that explodes after a small delay, dealing corrosive damage. We have it right there. Oh, shit. Sorry.
My records show you have an outstanding fine for past offenses. Pay up or face Auntie's justice.
All right, how much is the bounty? Oh my god. I'm gonna pay it.
Everything seems to be...
I don't even want to think about the damage those crabbles are going to do to my machines.
If you have Game Pass, Panos, I would say absolutely give it a try. I don't think it's worth a $70 purchase. Obviously, value is going to be different from player to player, but it seems like a general consensus among most reviewers is that $70 is way too much money to spend on this game. And then whatever the premium early access edition is definitely not worth it. If you have Game Pass, though, I think it's worth giving a try. If you like RPG mechanics and stuff, the game has a lot of that. But other than that, for a lot of people, it's probably going to be a wait for sale type game. Oh, I have been here before for a different quest. But my full review is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat if you want like a more detailed description of my thoughts and why I feel the way that I feel. Overall, I didn't regret playing, so it's somewhat of a recommendation, but there's a lot of boring, low-quality aspects in this game, too. Very mediocre, generic aspects that might weigh some people down, that didn't weigh me down enough to quit. All of us are different, though, right? The coolest thing in this game is choice consequence and different builds having different uses in the environment, whether utility or combat alike. You get a lot of agency in how you handle quests in this game, if you want to stealth, if you want to go guns blazing. You want to try diplomacy. The game has a lot of that, and Obsidian did pretty good in that category, which is the reason why I was able to give it a somewhat positive recommendation. If it didn't have the RPG mechanics, I would have rated this one really low.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
I just want to see what passes for auto mechanicals in these parts and help where I can.
We could use the assistance, that's for sure. The gas leak has made our automechs a touch unreliable.
Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung
Yes,
a
sir.
leak.
All right, so because of my explosive skill or my engineering skill, I was able to get in here without a problem. Thanks for the warning.
One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
You got it. Yep. On my other run, I got in trouble in here, and I had to wipe out the entire place. You don't see it on Game Pass? Probably because I think you need the Ultimate Game Pass, or you need the upgraded version of Game Pass to play the 5-day early access. Otherwise, you might have to wait 5 days. But I encourage those of you guys that are on the fence to be patient. Don't spend extra money. Not going to change anything. You're not missing anything life-changing. This isn't like Baldur's Gate 3 or anything. What do we have here? Okay. I have to sabotage this facility, though. I do have to run to the bathroom again. Sorry, I've been drinking a lot of water. I'll be right back. Thanks for the $2 super chat, Panos. Appreciate it. Hey, Fireheart, what's up? I did not check the Fallout thing yet, but I'll have to catch up on that news here shortly.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the architect? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing, but not today. Perhaps this outsider can assist where you've failed. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it.
Well, lying in this game is something you can do, but you need your speech, I think, higher in order to pull off successful lies, so I'm not going to try it right now. Actually, I'm just passing through on a mission of vengeance. I'm going to say it. I want to know what happens.
Sounds as if you bear a heavy burden indeed. Before you set out on a personal crusade, hearken to my story of trial and woe. Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals, though we may not last long if we fail to repair the Zeranium leak.
I'll try not to breathe too much. Good luck, Marshal.
Likewise. Feel free to look around. Just don't cause any trouble or assume that I'm not observing just because I'm not supervising.
Marshal, those automechs have been corrupted with Zeranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection. May the
Anonymous?
delicate workings of the paradigm point us toward a better way.
There's a good fellow. Cleave to your loyalty, and it will never steer you wrong.
Okay. We gotta sabotage this
Might
facility.
be
though.
wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it. I'm not sure we should get any closer.
Yeah, if I go in there, I'm definitely gonna die. So I think we actually have to help him with the leak if I want to be able to sabotage this facility correctly. It is kind of cool that this is playing out a lot differently than on my other run. I didn't come here until like 5 hours into it, 4 hours into it, and now I'm here at the start of it. I did find a way, and when I was in here, everything was hostile, I'll tell you that much. I had to kill so many people. Hey, Marshall, what's up, brother?
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Anyway, if you have hands and a will to lend them, Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate.
All right, I'm not exactly a Zeranium specialist, but I'll do what I can for a price.
Speak with Delphinia Bryant. She needs all the support she can get, and I'll spare no resources on this particular problem. Her invention, once operational, will provide you a shield from the worst of the Zeranium. Her workshop is just past our clip. Once you have the shield, see me about the leak. I'll give you all the details.
Okay, so we're on one quest that led to another one. Protectorate scientist Delphina needs assistance in developing a device that would allow the user to defend against injury, including Zeranium gas. Oh! Almost shot somebody.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want?
I'm Ronald, and you are?
Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here?
You must be the scientist that the Marshal mentioned, the one working on a shield device?
Ah, our good Marshal sent you, did he? Well, unfortunately, the device is taking longer than expected.
I could always expedite your work in exchange for something in return.
Assist me, and you'll get more than bits out of the equation. You'll get a prototype shield gadget, the first of its kind. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas?
Seems like a rather personal question for someone you just met.
Ah, quite. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
Okay, how's that coming?
Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function of the device is confirmed operational. I merely need to work out some minor implementation concerns. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components.
I'm willing to help.
Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now!
All right. You guys think I should just start shooting right now?
Ah, my little minion.
Wonder if I can sabotage this without doing this quest. I don't think I can, because I think the Zeranium is just too strong in that area. At the same time, I'm questioning maybe there is a way to actually do it. What did I do the last time? Hold on, let me see if I can find a way to the top of the facility here. It was somehow I ended up getting up top. Just don't quite remember how. I was back here. I was trying to find another way into this facility because I made the entire place hostile. I was checking the tunnels and stuff. Unfortunately, there was nothing creative that you could do to get in from the outside. I think the staircase is probably inside, which is where I was last time. Hey, watch out for that Zeranium.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model
look at this
displayed
Zeranium.
standard
We're going in.
opioid-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense.
You've been exposed to Zeranium. As you gain Zeranium exposure, your max toxicity is decreased, reducing your ability to use medical inhaler without crashing. Just wanted to show that to you guys. No Nickelback today. All right, y'all. I was planning on doing a longer stream, but in my review, as I mentioned, the first whole region was very underwhelming for me, and I almost quit the game. But I ended up continuing playing, and ended up enjoying it overall due to all the decisions and choice consequence and stuff that I ran into. But I'm just I'm just a little bit bored right now, so I think I'm going to take a break and then maybe come back later tonight. My sister's in town right now, and I told her that like I had a super busy weekend, but I don't think if I'm a little bit bored replaying this right now, I think I can tell by the viewership for this game too, it's not very high right now, so there's not much of a reason for me to keep pushing on right now. I kind of figured this would happen with this game, but I might be back tonight, but I'm going to call it quits here. I was happy to let you guys see at least the first couple hours with me here, and if you guys missed my review, even though I'm kind of sounding like a Debbie Downer right now, overall I did enjoy my time in this game. Just make sure to watch my review. It is pinned in the YouTube chat. But I don't feel like going through all these dialogues and everything right now in the first zone. I'm kind of thinking about my family a little bit. I want to go see my sister, and she just had a kid and all that. So I was going to cut a little bit of that time more to do this if this was like popping, if it was like a big weekend, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a weekend. So I will have a video out most likely tomorrow, kind of like a beginner's tips guide for this video, because like I said, there's some things that you want to avoid in this game, especially considering that you can't respec. I can have that video out tomorrow. I'm going to work on that a little bit tonight, but I'll be on and off throughout the weekend, probably playing this game. We'll keep playing it, but right now I don't feel like doing it anymore. So I'll catch you guys soon. Really appreciate you guys coming here. As always, any new RPG, most new RPGs, I'm here to check it out with you guys, and should be live for most of them as we are here with the Outer Worlds. But I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you guys for stopping by. Sorry that the game is not more exciting from a viewer's perspective, but that's how it goes. Like I said, I found the first region to be kind of underwhelming and a little bit boring. I think that definitely comes across when you're watching the stream too. Mad Max, thank you for the donation. I appreciate that, by the way. You guys enjoy. I'll catch you guys later. You like the first one, Tycho? I didn't play the first one, but like I said, I like this game. But I feel like I'm being a bad ambassador. Not that I need to be an ambassador. I feel like I'm a bad representation of it right now, because I'm a player who thought the first zone was really underwhelming, and now I'm replaying the first zone, so now I look extra bored. So it really looks like I'm not having fun, when in reality I do like the game overall. But there's no need for you guys to just watch me just be bored right now, so. Quality over quantity for the streams, right? Start wreaking havoc. I actually did that on my other run, Fireheart. I killed everybody in that place, and it was quite fun. Thanks, Deeks. I appreciate it. Yeah, go watch my review. I spent a lot of time making it. I added a lot of little comedy bits in there. Tried to have some fun with it. You guys might enjoy it if you haven't watched it yet. And then you'll hear me better articulate my thoughts on this game. The negative thoughts and the positive. Yes, family over gaming all the time. The only reason why I was not necessarily going to make an exception, but my sister decided to come up for the weekend. Not really for me, more so for my grandma, because my grandma's getting old. But she didn't tell me what weekend she was coming up. And as a YouTuber, sometimes our work comes in strides. And like this weekend with the Outer Worlds releasing and Vampire the Masquerade being this weekend could have potentially been like a big weekend for me. And when you work for yourself and you have a big weekend, like, I mean, I got to pay the bills and work when I can work, because after this game is over, there's not a ton going on the weeks after, nor was there a lot going on the month prior to this. So this was kind of like the weekend. So I kind of told her, I was like, you chose a bad weekend, so I'm going to come visit with you, but I can't stay for that long because I gotta work. This is my job. But it seems like the game is not going to be taken off that much. So I think I'll just hang out with her more and do some video work versus caring about being a madman for the streams or anything. We'll spend some extra time with fam.